Wow, it's been 50 episodes in Factorio already. We've got a lot done here in these factories, but now it's time to get serious about upscaling. A big roadblock lies ahead of us out there in space, which is going to demand a lot more research. More research means more science packs, which means a bigger factory. So here's to the start of a new age. The age of the mega factory. I present to you the car centipede. Artillery shells. We call this the Fort Knox of space age. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So that's going to make us productivity modules. There's a few things I want to try. I want to get rid of all this. I need to upscale production. I do want to play around with the idea of using calcite from space to be able to use foundries to smelt stuff quicker. Hey there. Did you know I have a Discord server? Here you can hang out and chat with me or the other awesome members of my community, get important announcements and schedules, show off your cool gaming moments, or just come to vibe. I'd love to have you all along for the ride, and I can't wait to see you there. Link is in the description below. Let's get to work. So, science packs. We need to make a ton of science packs, and to do that we're going to need a ton of everything. Starting off, our health potions are easy. They just need copper plates and iron gear wheels. We can pick anywhere that has iron and copper nearby and make them there. Stamina potions are a little bit more complicated. We need transport belts and inserters. Somewhere with mostly iron but a little bit of copper can make those. The next science pack is going to be a little more complicated though. We need military science, which needs walls. Everything else is easy to make. Grenades is coal. We need to find an area that has iron, copper, and coal, and unfortunately that's not a great deal of places. We have copper here and we have coal here. A lot of coal under the tree. Doesn't look like we have anything too convenient. So there's coal here, but it's covered by the electronics factory. Control F coal. Can I do that? Oh, that's cool. Ooh, okay, so we've still got our original coal down here. We've got these 2 coals. We'll have to think about that. We need sulfur and advanced circuits. Advanced circuits needs plastic. Sulfur needs petroleum and water. We've got oil, which is up here. We got water there, so we could do that there. I'm not a fan of how scattered around everything is. We need production science, which is rails, furnaces, and productivity modules. Maybe we need to just start making another electronics factory, and over here I think is a good space for it. We're going to need our electromagnetic plants, foundries, because I want to try and do calcite smelting. Foundries are going to be easy to do, but the calcite deliveries could be another story. Let's have a look here. We have foundries in here. We got drills. We got calcite coming in through shipments. How's our storage? Okay, our legendary iron storage is completely back. Oh my goodness. Oh, the cars are full. Cars are all full. We'll have to deal with that pretty soon then. Let's grab some of these productivity modules. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. So we can do our first foundry smelting on Narvis. Our first proper setup. I don't think we'll bother with quality. I think that's going to be a little bit excessive. Yeah, let's run over here to our new area. I wonder, should I connect this up? Oh, there's a cliff in the way though. Ooh, the power pole gets in the way. That is slightly annoying. Alrighty, so coming over here. Let's get the big drills down. Let's get these big chonkers down. The iron ore is coming out of there. We need to power that with substations. Something like that. Whoa, okay, cool. We need to do the exact same for the copper. Let's try and grab as much as we can with coverage. Copper coming in big fat stacks. I love it. And this will eventually form a bus. So we need... get rid of these trees. We need our foundries here to melt iron ore into molten iron. So let's copy these. So we need 2 ingredients for these. We need the iron ore in bulk. But we also need calcite, and I don't think we need a whole lot of calcite, just 1, which is really, really nice. Means we don't need to be holding on to too much. That does mean we need to store calcite somewhere. Where exactly, I have no idea. Should we bring it over here and just make a little station with a long belt? Or should we bring it up north in preparation for expansion northwards? Could expand either way, to be honest. Maybe I'll try running some rails both ways first, and then we can see what we feel. And then we could probably just do a turnaround here for now. That is a very weird looking loop. What on earth is... Does that actually work? Whoa, this is weird. Okay, that'll do for now. And then we can do a little bit of a side in. Now, I've seen everybody do these really, really fancy train stations. I want to see if we can do some of our own. The most fancy train station we've done is this one here, but it's not exactly convenient to get items across. So let's try and play around with some space. So if we have a train unloader, ideally you'd have two sides to a train unloader. You have these sides here, and then this would come around and then form a tunnel. And this would be your 4-belt bus. That needs quite a bit of space though, and then we have to turn this around, something like that. But then that's one bus. If we've got multiple carriages on the train, then we have a bit of a problem with space because we'd have to fit so many more of these all the way down. It's a little bit nightmarish. If you get something like a 6-carriage train like this and you need all of its items, you'd have a very, very big unloading station. So how does everyone do their stations? There's a bus. We need some pipes in here, so that'll wire up the iron ore. I reckon slow long arm inserters can come around here, because we only need one calcite per operation. And then if we bring the calcite down here, then our bulk inserters can extract items. And then the train needs to depart from the station, which would happen something like that. Yeah, that works. Kind of want to leave the trees here. They look nice. Oh, actually, hang on. No, we're about to cause a bunch of pollution. They're all about to die. Oh, no. Productivity modules in here. And then speed beacons. Oh, that doesn't quite reach, but we can squeeze. If we put beacons here, that means we get access to 3 beacons per, maybe 4. We could also then place some beacons down here, or do we leave gaps between each foundry like this? That would give us access to more. Maybe we do that. Let's try and get a little bit fancy with our design. And we can do a pipe to ground like this, erase this, cut these, move them across, delete all these, and then I think we can just copy all this. Ooh, okay, that doesn't quite fit perfectly. What can we do about that? What's a nice tessellating pattern for this? I don't know why I'm getting so worked up over tessellating patterns. Ooh, hang on. I think we just got it. There we go. Okay, that looks like it. Ooh. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 beacons per foundry. Actually, some of them even getting 9 or 10. Oh, okay, this is going to be cool. And we plug modules into all of these. Okay, they're all loaded up. We just need the calcite now. This is going to be the foundry. And then we need the calcite symbol because we're going to have a few stations here, I reckon. So that's the foundry. It's interrupt time. Instead of picking up calcite from the artillery resources, we can do an interrupt to pick up calcite. I think that's how we do it. And then we can get rid of this station. So now it'll just go back and forth between the 2 stations until it's empty. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, look at that! Yeah! Okay, then what I could do is an hourglass balancer. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so how's this going? Oh my goodness, it's full already. The next thing now that we have molten iron is we need to cast it. So let's cast it into iron plates. We can throw productivity on that as well. Ooh. Okay, hang on. I have an idea. What if we copied this and then we copied this and we put that there and then change this recipe out? No, we can't quite fit that. Okay, hang on. Let's get rid of that. We're getting really, really compact here now. Okay, that's going to pass through. And then we need somewhere to get rid of the items. This might need 2 of these. That fits really nicely. Okay, and then we can copy this. I wonder how saturated this is going to make the belt. Oh, crafting speed 22 plus 459%. And the power consumption is 29 megawatts. Alright, we'll see if this forms a full bus, because if it does, this is going to be pretty insane. We need to get that molten iron across. which should be pretty easy to do. Oh! That filled up so quick. And now we got to figure out where we want to actually send that. That's just from 6 foundries. And I don't even have quality on any of them. Now we need to... What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, you're fine. Let's turn this into a bus. Which direction do we want the bus to be traveling? Probably we can head right. Yeah, let's head right. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be our bus. So next we need gears. So that's another thing we want to try. Let's copy all this, move it up here. That's probably going to produce at an insane rate, but we'll see. Boom. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that's an insane rate. How are we going to deal with that? Okay, this might have to be a slightly different design. What if we change one of these to make me a few pipes? Give me some pipes. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's insanely quick. And we could technically chuck more speed modules in there, couldn't we? Oh my goodness, that's so fast. That's so fast, look at it go. Okay, that should be enough pipes. Let's do some pipe to grounds. Oh my goodness, that just vaporizes the pipes. Oh, that fits nicely. Let's try and make red science now. We need a loading station. Oh, okay, there's an idea. What if we decided to instead elevate when exiting out of the stations? And then we can fit some more stations into here and have them all join up the same way. For example, we run a line directly parallel like this, and then we can build a bit of a train loader. The rest will depend on our throughput, on how much production we do of the science packs. I don't think we're going to bother with car storage again. It's a shame we can't do legendary cargo wagons to get more storage size in them. Okay, so we've got our gears. We just need the copper. So if we copy this setup down here and repeat it for the copper, let's bring the second lane of the bus around. Bring this down here. And then we need to power all this. Woohoo! Mass production is fun. At what point do we start considering this a mega base? Because this is a pretty big place that I have to run around. At what point does big become mega? My target for today, or at least my target for the next project we're currently working on, is to try and get our science packs up to 1,000 per minute. And something bad has happened to our production rates again. It looks like space science. How are we out of space science? What's going on up here? Oh, we need to get rid of the ice. Wait, why are we storing ice? That's a little bit of a design flaw. Okay, so we got our copper here. That should be good to form a bus. A bit weird doing a 3-lane bus. I've never done that before. And then we can deliver that somewhere eventually to make us circuits and wires and things. And there we go, we have copper. What's the ratio on health potions? Oh, it's 1-to-1. Okay, so if we make red science over here, let's come up with a design for this. So, oh, I don't have any assembly machines. Oh, gosh darn it. I gotta go all the way back. We have our assembly machine. We need 2 inputs, which we can probably just feed onto a single belt by double laning. So copper and gears could probably come in through like that. I wonder, is it better to just have a manifold of these? Or is it better to have one of these, which is then powered by a bunch of speed beacons like that? And then you copy these, something like that. I wonder what produces more. If we run this together and run this over to here, and we could run some speed beacons back here as well. And I do want to run productivity modules on these so that we can get some more product out of them. Ooh, okay, hang on. I forgot one key ingredient, and that is somewhere to output the items. Let's see what that does. And this way we can actually then fit this. Ooh, okay, hang on. We did something like this. Oh, this is dense. Okay, and then we copy that a bunch. Let's set up an experiment place. So I'm going to plonk down a train carriage here, and we're going to place down 6 of our inserters. So here's my experiment. I'm going to have both of these sides running, and at the end of it, we're going to see which side ends up filling the train first. We got crafting speed 4.25 versus crafting speed 3.75, but we do have more than twice as many assembly machines down here, so it could probably be better to go manifold on this. Alrighty, so cargo wagon up here is already at 600. Actually, they're both at 600. They're both about the same pretty much. This is exciting. I've never done a test like this before. I don't usually test my stuff. I just kind of build it and cry when it breaks and then try and brute force it back in. Yeah, I think we have a clear winner. This design here is going twice as fast. We're doing science. We're doing science with science packs. So I'm going to deconstruct all of that. And my inventory is absolutely dying. And we need to relocate this somewhere else, probably up here. Replonk it here. And then flip it. Oh yeah, listen to that building sound. Quickly merge these belts together. I need to figure out where this is going to join up to become part of a bus. Should we double stack this module? I suppose we could extend the wall further up if we want to double stack it. For the time being, let's just run with this for now. We can duplicate it. I have no idea if this is going to completely saturate the belt or not. But then that gives us 2 lanes to then send over to the station. Now we just need to deliver items to it. Gears. Gears can come through. There's so many gears here, holy moly. Then we need copper. There we go. Then we need power. Sorted. If we copy this, how far out does this go? Let's bring this over to a train. I want to try and use... Can we try and use our train loader? This will be really cool if we can. We need 4 carriages plus the locomotive, so this needs to come out a little bit further. Then we can bring this around... Oh, hang on. What if... Ooh, hang on a second. What if we bring this around... Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Bring this around like that. Nope, that's not good. Nope, nope. Come on, Factorio. Give me some good lines. What if we connected this up like this? Ooh, okay, we might be cooking. Ah, nice. I like that. Okay, that works nicely. This is going to be the health potion depot. So we're going to start delivering science pack by trains. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, then we get our train loader, this big chonker. Now we just need a lot of bulk inserters, which means we need electronic circuits. Convenient that it just so happens we're right next to the electronics factory. All right, plug those in. All right, so that's going to give us some crazy amount of throughput. I have absolutely no idea how many that's going to make. And then we should try and just bring it down through here. Ah, but then that's not going to... We don't have space. Ooh. Okay, no, hang on. We can do something a little jank. And then we can run a tunnel that goes under here. Oh, it's hideous. But it works. This is going to form, eventually, a 4-lane bus of science packs, which is absolutely bonkers. And eventually, instead of belt spaghetti, we're going to have ourselves some bus spaghetti instead. Okay, that is absolutely stacked. And then that gets loaded up into the train. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's build ourselves the actual train now. Health potion train. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, but it looks like we can afford more throughput. But in the meantime, let's have a look at our production statistics. So in the past minute, holy, we're producing 2,000. I want to do more. We clearly can fit more on the belt. I want to see a full belt. I want to see a full belt. I really do. I really, really, really do. Okay, chat, we're doing it. We're doing it. Copy all of this. The only issue we're going to have is belt saturation. As we get towards this end, we're going to start running out of... Yeah, we're going to start running dry items. What's going on here? Why do we have no more... Why have these become uncaptive? What happened? What happened to our bioflux? Oh, that's right. Gleba died. Oh, they really want me to go back to Gleba, don't they? That's really annoying. We'll deal with that later. Okay, is that copper solid? Is it going to make it to the end? No, it's not. Okay, so this is the part where we need to indeed split this, and we need to insert it somewhere along this belt. Maybe, probably here. I think this is about where production is stopping, so let's deconstruct these for now. I think we can cut this belt, and then run these up. Yes. Yep, this will work. That'll form both lanes of this manifold belt. Let's see what that does for the throughput. Look at it go, look at it go. It's filling up. Oh, that's fun to see. What has happened here? Oh, hang on. Train signals. Oh, that's cool. You can attach train signals onto these. Onto these little ramps. Or onto the elevated rails. That's really neat. Okay, the trains are full. And this is still coming through. That's... yeah, we'll leave that for now, I think. But if need be, we can duplicate this way. And then to fill up the other two belts of the bus, we can duplicate all this and stack it up on top over here. We can do that later. For the time being, it's time to work on the next science pack because I think 3.5k is pretty good. I was aiming for just 1k. 3.5k is pretty nuts.